enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian, and this is Nutrition Nuggets.
44.
Nutrition Nuggets 44.
Yeah, number 44.
Man, they are piling up.
Well, every Wednesday, right?
Every Wednesday. We've been busy.
Yeah. Hump Day Wednesday is
that's what
Nutrition
we do on
Nuggets.
Hump Day. Actually, no, we don't actually record it on Hump Day because we're busy with other things. So on Tuesday, we record. So it isn't actually Wednesday for us.
You're not leaving that in.
I totally am. What? I mean, it's your mind that made it seem like other things meant other things, and it might sometimes. But anyway, this is, what are we talking about
let's
today?
Let's get to this. Okay.
Let's just get down to business, honey.
We are in the Christmas season right now. It's like mid-December, and everyone's so stressed and running around trying to get Christmas presents and trying to get everything last minute supplies for their holiday season. And it's a really good time to give. And there's lots more food drives and various food banks, Salvation Army, kettle drives that are out there at the Christmas season. And we need to try to give a little. If we can afford to give, it's really important to
You got to complete your sentences.
Well, I wanted a word for give.
Contribute.
Contribute to your local community or however you want to contribute. So food costs are so... prohibitive.
This is like a game of fill in the blanks.
Food costs are so prohibitive.
Yes, they are.
We have our local volunteer firefighting.
Yeah, it's when we first moved to this neighborhood.
Food drive.
This is a thing they do around here that I had never seen before. So I thought there was like an emergency, but the fire department and all like the local rescue vehicles all come out with their like
lights on,
and they blast the siren once in a while, and the trucks are all decorated, and they come like up the street collecting like food, and canned goods and whatever.
From the houses,
yeah,
from the people.
But I saw it coming up the street. I'm like, what the heck? It's like, what's going on? And
my bad. I should have communicated with you with the, we got the little pamphlet in the mail.
Oh, you knew about it.
Yeah.
You were just waiting to see my reaction.
I had a bag ready for them.
That's good. Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah.
Rob, I'm just going out to the curb to see the fireman. I'll be right back. That's what was really happening. You didn't want me to know about it so that you could take the bag. Anyway, yeah, that's what happens in our neighborhood. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. And actually, it's really cool because our local grocery store here, they have shoppers that will fill a box for you and with $40 worth of non-perishable goods. And at the till, you can donate $20 and that buys one of those $40 boxes for this food drive.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot more opportunities to contribute and to donate. And like Sandra said in the beginning, it is so important to take part somewhere where you can, as much as you can,
yeah,
as little as you can, whatever. It does make a difference.
It does. And, today we're going to talk about 11 different types of food, like non-perishable food items to contribute. And you don't have to just think, oh, I can't donate a can of beans. Those aren't good for you. They're too high in sodium and all that stuff. We'll talk about that because actually those are actually really great. And I'm going to reference some of our earlier episodes on some of the information here.
You know what I bet? The majority of the canned, well, not the canned, but everything, the majority of the donations, this is just my personal guess, spaghetti sauce. Because if people are like me, they go through their cupboard and they pick out all the things they're not going to eat or all the things they don't want. So, we're not going to eat that. We'll get rid of that. Oh, we got 3 of these. We'll get rid of that. So they're getting like cans of sardines, which is a good one, spaghetti sauce, probably boxes of Kraft Dinner, and you end up getting boxes and boxes of all the same stuff, and it might not be
that diverse.
Diverse. So this is kind of the point of our list here, where we'll give you some ideas of things that will make it a bit of a more complete nutritional package.
Yeah. I do different prenatal groups around our area, and just listening to some people, they say, and in the summer going to the food bank, and it's so frustrating because some of the food is, at the food bank in one of the cities, they actually have fresh produce for people, which is awesome. But sometimes it gets kind of moldy, like the lettuce and stuff.
Yeah, all the seconds.
Yeah. And then, so the canned goods, I mean, even they have expiry dates. Like if it's like 4 years out, don't give it, because they're going to just someone's going to have to go through it and toss it. So maybe be mindful about what you're putting or what you're offering for the Salvation Army or the food drive. And we did have, remember the episodes back with Meredith Cushing that were really excellent?
Yeah, the food waste and all the different ideas about that around your house.
Yeah, episode...
And in the community, I guess, as well, right?
Yeah, like episode 68 was on Earth Month in April, and it was food waste in the household, reduce, reuse, and recycle. And then episode 43 was food rescue and food waste prevention. So that was, Meredith explained all about the different
ways you can keep your food fresh and use food and earth friendly.
Yeah, and different campaigns out there too, different groups that do the food drives and that collect food to give, like community groups and churches. And so the list, do you want to go get down?
Do I want to get down?
Get down.
It's only Tuesday, honey.
Very funny. We want to think also that a lot of the people accessing the food are maybe the most vulnerable in our community. And so having healthy food and having access to healthy food is really important for their own health and their own immune system, and to help prevent disease and chronic illness and just like colds and flus and everything. So,
right.
It's really important to think about what you're giving. So canned vegetables, good thing, do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can't really give fresh vegetables. I mean, you can. They're not going to last long. They're not going to go far. But canned vegetables are always a winner.
Yeah. And Nutrition Nuggets 22, we did an episode about sodium and potassium, that balance. And the fact that canned peas and beans, yellow beans, green beans, all those ones that people think, those aren't good for you because they're vegetables, but they have too much sodium. Well, actually, the amount of potassium in them, is really good. And we want to get that balance of more potassium-rich foods up. So even though they do have some more salt than fresh or frozen, they're still awesome. And it still should be a pantry staple for yourself and your family, and give those things to the food drives and the Goodwill and the Salvation Army and the kettle drive and all the different ways.
Yeah, for sure. And there's tons. I think I mentioned this in a previous episode about stopping in that canned vegetable aisle recently and just being blown away at how many different things they're putting in cans these days.
Yeah.
And they're cheap.
Yeah. They're cheaper for sure.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, carrots, corn.
They got the bean salad, like the 3-bean salad.
Yes.
It's already mixed up in the dressing and everything. I'm like, that's easy.
And most people can afford to get more beans in their diet, legumes.
You think we need to eat more beans?
Yeah, you're so funny. That's one of my long-standing missions is get people to eat more beans. Yeah. So canned vegetables, number one. Canned fruit is the next one.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Peaches, pears, pineapple, cranberry sauce.
How are they? Are they in, I'm thinking of the fruit cups, but you're thinking a can of fruit. Are they in syrup or versus water? Is there different ways they're packaged as well?
Yeah, all those ways. They're all good food. It's good food.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's great.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, and the little food, what did you call them?
Like the little fruit cup.
Yeah, those
for your
work
kids'
too.
lunches.
Those are non-perishable. Those are perfect.
Right.
Yep, definitely. Those are great. And then grains, all the staples. These are pantry staples for people. So rice and quinoa, oats, pasta, cereal, You could, Kraft Dinner or Annie's pasta. Those ones, people use those. They're helpful. And diversity, as you mentioned before, is good. So if you typically give a certain type, like maybe change it up and buy something different and donate that. You don't have to donate the same thing all the time.
Right.
Crackers, rye crisps, all those are great for the whole grains. And then canned proteins. So you mentioned the sardines.
Well, yeah, some fish in there.
So good for you. So good, right? Yeah. And the tuna, all the different types of canned fish, tuna, salmon.
I guess there's all sorts of different canned meat. Like they have chicken in a can and ham and all those things too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those are sources of protein. And also, this is kind of where the beans fall in, like the pinto and the navy and all the beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, all the different lentils.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff.
It totally is. And then something that you put in your breakfast every morning.
Oh, nuts and seeds.
Yeah. And nut butters, peanut butter, almond butter, tahini, cashew butter.
Right.
Those are all
the
things
spreads
that lots of people like to eat. So
for sure.
Yeah. And then the nuts and seeds. So you can buy in packs like almonds and walnuts, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. So those all would be a good thing to contribute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The dollar store actually has nice size little packages of nuts and seeds that are quite inexpensive. I don't know if that's the case everywhere, but they're just like the little packages you get for Halloween, but they're nuts and seeds. I mean, you could buy like a box of those, and because then it's one for everyone rather than one big bag of peanuts or something, which is kind of like hard to split up.
True. Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking of the practical side of how they dole it out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. And actually, that brings me to the olive oil or other cooking oils. Smaller, if you're going to donate some of those, and like smaller containers, not like a big amount
big
of it.
vat, a big 55-gallon drum. Here you go. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work.
No. And then soups and stews. So, if you are looking at the label, like a lower sodium is usually better for most people, like with the canned soups and stews.
Would the little Tetra Packs be a better option, or is there any benefit to having it in a can versus one of those things? Because they seem kind of handy to just like open it up and pour it in. And
yeah, those are good too. I think the biggest problem probably is just piling on top of each other and possibly getting dented or damaged or broken,
punctured or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but those are definitely the broth, different soup broths, chicken and beef and mushroom and faux. Also, almost last one here, dried fruits.
Right. Okay. So like your raisins and prunes and
apricots
all
and
the
dates
dried.
and
that stuff's awesome.
Yeah, totally. Those are really good. And then the baby food and formula. So the little baby food pouches and formula, those are awesome, and people obviously need them. There's a need for these, and it has to come from somewhere. So if people can give a little bit more at Christmas at these kettle drives, this is good. So just to recap, canned vegetables, canned fruit, grains, canned proteins, nut butters and nuts and seeds, soups, stews, oil, dried fruit, broth, and baby food and formula.
Perfect.
Is that 11?
I don't know. I
thought
stopped
you were
counting. Well, some of them I didn't know if they were one or two, but it's a whole bunch. Let's just say that. There's a whole bunch of great tips there from my wife, the dietitian. That's a good one.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.
All right. Well, there you go. That's our tips for Christmas donating. Well, any time of the year, really. Doesn't have to be just Christmas. Some good ideas in there. And like we said, we encourage you to give what you can, give where you can, help some people out. It's all appreciated.
Yeah. And it's just, it feels good to give, and it feels good for people to receive. So.
Oh, exactly. You got it. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you want more information about our show, you can check out our website. That's mywifethedietitian.com. If you'd like to reach out, leave us a comment, get in touch with us, ask us questions, any of that kind of stuff, you can reach us through our email, and that's mywifetherd@gmail.com. We're also on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and we always love hearing from you there. If you want to leave comments, give us a thumbs up, a like, a smiley face, a heart, whatever works. They're all acceptable forms of communication, and we appreciate all of them.
Yeah, we really do. We love hearing from people and getting your questions, and it really helps with informing our topics.
Yeah, exactly. The more that we can communicate with everyone out there, the more this message of healthy eating and having a good, healthy lifestyle can spread to the masses, which is our goal.
Yeah, and we got some really good guests coming up too.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll keep you posted on those as they come. But a couple of good weeks coming up here. So stay tuned. And don't forget to rate and review the show. That's always appreciated as well. We appreciate whatever you guys can do. So until next Monday, we will be back with a full episode then. Have a great week, everyone.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.